you stuck in the loop of consuming endless amounts of content, reading books and taking courses, yet feeling like you're not making any real progress? What if I told you that flipping your learning to action ratio could be the key to moving from information overload to actual results? Let's dive into how to make the shift today. Hi, I'm Naeem Mahmood. I'm a peak performance coach, and I've coached hundreds of entrepreneurs who faced this exact issue. Learning all the time, but not applying enough. As a matter of fact, I was one of those entrepreneurs also. So today I'm going to show you how to flip that ratio and start getting real results today. So here's the deal. In today's world, we're constantly being bombarded with information. Podcasts, books, courses. There's always something new to learn, and it can feel overwhelming. But here's the catch. Learning without action is wasted energy. So here's an example. How many times have you listened to a podcast, watched a video, took notes, went to an event, but then nothing happened? You didn't take any action. I've been there too. It's easy to get trapped in the consumption mode, believing that just by learning, we're progressing. But in reality, action's where all the magic happens. So here's the shift. I'm not saying learning isn't important. I learn all the time. I love learning. I'm always reading books. I'm going to events. I go to podcasts. I'm a coach. That's what I promote. But I'm here to give you a distinction. A distinction is a subtle nuance that most people don't realize. So knowledge is power, but action is the engine that drives the results. The key is flipping your ratio of learning to action. So let's say you might be spending 80% of your time learning and only 20% acting. The ideal ratio should be to flip that. Get it to 20% learning and 80% action. When I first realized this, I shifted how I approached my growth. I stopped trying to learn everything and focused on implementing one thing at a time. For example, instead of watching 5 videos on productivity, I chose one technique and I tested it for a week. It's that focus on action that makes all the difference. And I realized this watching my own coach. He reads books, but he reads them really slow. He takes one exercise and he implements it right away. It's really amazing. So that right there will change your life. Because most of you, if you're watching this video, you're probably just consuming and you're not stopping to actually implement and execute on these exercises and actions. So I've set a rule for myself that no more than 30 minutes of learning per day. Once that timer goes off, it's time to implement. The goal is to take in just enough to take the next step. And every time I consume information, I ask myself, how can I apply this immediately? If I can't think of a way to apply it, I move on to something else. It's about active learning versus passive consumption. So you want to start small and you want to start now. So don't wait until you've learned it all. You're never going to learn it all. Start implementing right away, even if it's a small step. That's the idea. It's going to be a small step. It's a 3-foot toss. The more you act, the more clarity you'll gain. That's the other awesome part about this. Emotions created by motion. When I worked for Tony Robbins, he would always say that. Just go out there, talk to people, engage, book a talk. I was a speaker for him, so he'd have us go out and book talks. And in the beginning, I was like, how do I book a talk? He's like, pick up a rock, throw it in the sky. First person that goes near it, go talk to him. So I'll give you an example of one of my clients. He came to me, he said, I've been watching videos on sales funnels for months, but I haven't built one yet. I told him, stop learning and start building. Within a week, guess what? He launched his first funnel and it generated leads. The learning to action ratio was flipped and the results came fast. So the best way to build a business and get good at business is to practice business. There's no right or wrong way for a business. It's playing. Get out on the basketball court. Get out. I'm here in Puerto Rico. Go out in the ocean and surf on the surfboard and just be there. Be in the game. Same with business. You want to be in the game of business. To be in the game of business, play business. Figure it out. Just the more you're practicing business, the more you're going to get better at business. So here's your action steps. Start today. Spend 20% of your time learning and 80% taking action. It might be uncomfortable at first, but that discomfort will soon turn into growth. So flipping your learning to action ratio, it's a game changer. Once you make the shift, you're going to see results faster and with more confidence. So if you're ready to stop consuming and start doing, take action now. For more actionable strategies and coaching, subscribe to my channel. Give this video a like if you found it useful. Share it with somebody too who needs to see this. I'm sure you know somebody who has a high learning to action ratio right now that needs to flip it. And if you want to be part of a community of high performers who are taking massive action, join my Peak Humans Telegram group for exclusive tips and support. Check out the link below in the notes, in the description area. So let's take action, let's get results, and level up together. Until next time.